Well guys, yesterday was Fall Brawl and I went and took this thing. Now, a lot of you guys are going to say this is not a full-size car, but to actually Impact's rules, this is a full-size car. It is a V6 over the wheelbase of 109.1 or 0.5 or something like that. She's 110.2 on the wheelbase. It didn't last nearly as long as I wanted to in the feature, and I got taken out for a very, very stupid reason. So, I had a full-size rear-wheel drive car clear my bumper, hit my rad support, come in, and clip this wire right here. This wire right here is the main positive from the alternator. From the alternator through the harness, all the way in to the main battery. So it got so hot that it melted. We knew this fuse was going to blow, so what we did was we did our own wire outside the fuse, and yeah, that glue red. I actually seen the whole harness go up in smoke, and then I've seen that just glow red, and I knew I was done. I'm actually pretty disappointed in myself for letting that happen. I made one good hit, that is it, the entire demolition derby. But here's why I'm disappointed. You ready for this? That alternator does not work. Oh, the belt is loose too. Why is the belt so loose? Is the tensioner gone? Why is that belt so loose? It doesn't make sense to me. Did I lose a tensioner? Did I lose a pulley? No. I don't even know where the tensioner is on this. Oh, the alternator's the tensioner. And it must have broken the alternator bracket. Yes, that's what it did. So, not overly happy with this. What I might do next time is just get rid of all that and just drive with no power steering, because the water pump is actually internal on this. So just get rid of everything. It's probably what I'm going to do, but the timing cover did take a little bit of a hit. There's a little bit of a piece of metal going into the timing cover. So I think if you're going to run one of these with a V6 in it, you have to have a little bit more height. But this one here is like a 2008 to 2012 body style. Motor mounts didn't look that good, but she hooked up and did one really good hit before I got cleared and she caught fire. Like I said, mostly just disappointed in myself. Car still runs fantastic. We were not allowed to pre-bend. We were not allowed to notch and dimple. We were either allowed to dimple or notch. What I chose to do with Steven, you guys seen the video, we just cut a big V, and it came up beautifully. It actually bent right at the notches aggressively and started coming up 90, which what we were after. And then the one big V here actually kind of pulled both frame rails in, and it looks like it's going beautiful. Nobody got passenger side. The fender, I guess somebody did get passenger side. The sheet metal in these cars, man, is looking shittier and shittier. On the newer cars, the sheet metal is looking shittier and shittier. But, if you guys take a look, let's just reach over. This thing is running fantastic. Yeah. So that isn't even doing anything already. So, I don't think you should run with an alternator on these cars. Okay, so I don't think in the future that you should run with an alternator in this car. Here's problem number 2. I would start it, I'd push my foot on the gas just like regularly, and it would do absolutely nothing. I would have to disconnect the negative and rehook it back up, or turn it off and then start it again, turn it off and start it again, just to get it to do that. It never once gave me an issue the entire time building it until I turned it off to go into the like where you stop and they inspect your car before you go in the ring, and then I had no gas pedal. I had to turn it off and start it again, and then I had gas pedal. Driving in the ring, I started up before the count of 10. I checked, I had gas pedal, no problem. After it caught fire, I pulled out the rad support, I started it all up, no gas pedal. So I had to turn it off, start it up, no gas pedal. The third time I did it, I had gas pedal. So I'm not sure what that is. I'd like to see if we can start taking these intakes off and putting older intakes on them so that we actually have a cable-driven gas pedal. It could be something that we look into, who knows. But tires hooked up phenomenally. When I wanted to go places, I didn't really last that long, but when I did give it juice, she went. And that's what I wanted. So we do have GoPro footage in the car. It's not going to be a whole lot of footage, unfortunately. There was a school bus demolition derby there, and we did actually get some GoPros inside one of the buses, so make sure you guys actually watch that. And they were the short buses. But no, overall, tech was very simple. I didn't have to cut a single thing at tech. For full-size cars, I was quite underbuilt, so I really wish that I had maybe spent a little bit more time, but I don't like cutting when I get to these shows. So it was kind of nice just to go up past tech, drive to the car, and then spent most of the derby in the stands watching the show. And for the most part, it was a half-decent show. The mini-finals was a little slow. Kind of sucked, but it's big money. Guys just show up for the money sometimes. But I can't really blame them. It was a big payday. But I think team driving should be called a little bit more than what it is at some of these shows. That one was getting a little bad, but it's up to the promoters to do that. The stands were screaming it, so you know the promoters seen it. But yeah, car ran pretty good. It just had that electrical fire, and it's crazy how easy this thing fired up. I just had to reconnect this, so I don't really want to save this car, but it's built and it's ready to go, so I might save it. It's a good stock full-size car for a couple of these shows, who knows, and we can go from there. But I don't know, am I going to run a lot more Hondas? Probably not. This car here was to fit into a loophole to get into a muddy track with a front-wheel drive, so I had extra traction, but the low front end just got me cleared, and that's what took me out. But I should have, I would have never thought to, but now that I've done it, and I probably wouldn't do it again. I would run another car, but I wouldn't run an alternator on this just to have that extra space, right? But I don't know. Back end looked like it was going to come in fantastic. It would have been really nice if I was able to run this thing a little bit longer and use the back end to get it to sub, to see if it will go in front of the sub or all stay behind the sub. So it'd be kind of cool to see how the backs of these things actually go. I'm probably going to keep this thing just to run it again once or twice. Hopefully just once, to see how it goes. But we'll have to see where I can run it with the rules it has. So I don't know, guys. What'd you think of this extremely quick build here? It was sponsored by Omega Scrap. Guys, check them out on Google, and Zacks Workshop, which is me. And that's all that happened. It was just the rad cradle got pushed in the alternator, and I watched my wiring go up in flames, which kind of sucked. But it did work out to my advantage running these small tires, because all the full-size cars weren't hitting anything valuable or breakable, because they were just pounding in the steel above the fenders. Like, you hitting here ain't gonna break nothing on my car. So I don't know, kind of worked, kind of didn't. Let me know what you guys think. Did you like this Honda build? And I don't know, I kind of like these quick builds, because let's face it, guys, I do like 20 derbies a year, and it's kind of nice just to get in the ring. I'm trying to stay out of all the internet drama with these shows going on in Ontario right now, and I've been trying to only do fair boards this year, so this was only my third promoter show this year. Most of them has just been small town fair shows or like big promoters in the US. So thanks for watching, guys. We're probably going to store it up for the winter. We're probably going to do a couple videos coming up about how to store your cars for the winter, because this car has water in it. This car might have water in it. That car back there, I think, has water in it. So we have to get all the water out of these cars to store them for the winter, get the batteries out, and get them ready to be stored all winter long. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more videos of building, prepping, and getting your cars ready, aftermaths, and derby videos. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care.